how we connect to them in the context. So we have a concept called sohamasmi, which means as I connect to you, as I worship you, I am worshiping that source of you and I, which is the same. So it's saying, look, there's a source.
Can you say that one more time to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Can you
yes,
just repeat what you
I
said?
will
I'm
definitely
sorry.
repeat
I
this.
had a stroke, and it's very difficult
No, you're
for
okay.
me.
You don't
No,
have to
Andrew,
apologize.
I understand. That's why I was already about to reiterate. So when it comes to sohamasmi, it is essentially saying that my source and your source is one. It is the same source. And when I worship, I am connecting to that source in which you and I are one, are the same.
We meet together.
And when we connect with Ganesha, for example, the elephant god, what are elephants known for in the jungle? They are the natural leaders. If there is an obstacle, they remove the obstacle. They don't turn around. They don't back away. They don't go around it. They remove the obstacle and continue forward. They have the wisdom to do that, and they have the knowledge, the intelligence to remember everything that's happened in their life.
Asexual, real quick, what's your pronouns?
Mine?
Yes.
It's embarrassing. I used to know, but I'm being honest. After my stroke,
I don't want to
when
be
I say that the
disrespectful.
right part of my brain, like it literally, the right part of my brain died, and
It's okay.
it's a miracle that I'm actually talking. Like I'm not seriously. Like the doctor said that, like there's different types of strokes, by the way, like tons of different strokes. The exact kind of stroke I had, most people just they just die. And so like yeah, I can't read. I have to learn how to read. I have aphasia, and my
If you were to flip the way my brain is positioned right here, if I were to take it out of my skull and flip it to a front view, it would look like an elephant. Back in the far, like distant past, there were no Mortys. Mortys came later, and they were actually performing surgeries. You might not remember all this. It's like kind of mundane details about the past, but they actually.
What's Morty? I used to know that before my stroke. I used to know what Morty meant.
Morty means form, or in some contexts it means to embody. So
Embody.
like,
Okay.
yeah, so for example, we had a girl here. Her name is actually Satya Murthy. And what that means is true, to embody the embodier of truth.
Can I ask a couple more questions?
Sure. Yeah.
So, I grew up Christian, as the majority of most people in America either have or at least know about it. So I grew up in the understanding that there's only one God. There's only one God, and that like if I need help with this or help with that, I necessarily in the Hindu sense, I don't like go to I'm trying to think of the word. Like I don't go to Lakshmi. I believe it's Lakshmi. I don't go to Lakshmi. I don't go to Ganesha. I just go straight.
Chosen ideal of the divine. As a Hindu, it is perfectly valid to accept Christ as ultimate, because Ishta Devata does not discriminate and say you have to choose this path, this deity, this form as ultimate. It's your own personal connection. So as a Hindu, or anyone who comes to Hinduism, however they connect to the ultimate, whatever dimension they want to explore is valid. Even like you were saying with Lakshmi, if someone wants to tap into that power of, circulating energy or power or currency and see that happen in their life, connecting to Lakshmi is only opening that dimension within us. So when we connect with, like within Hinduism, depending on how we connect with ourself, with life, with God, the universe, however we choose to connect to whatever deity, that is valid. So whether it's Ganesha or Lakshmi or Jesus, it's all personal experience, your relationship.
And one thing I want to add about that is All religions invoke something. When you pray to Jesus, you're invoking him by name. When the Muslims pray to Allah, they're invoking him by name. It actually has this in one of their verses in the Quran. And that's where it starts talking about the 99 attributes. So every religion invokes, but they act as if they don't do it, but they do. It's just that in Hinduism, we acknowledge that all it was that it exists is understand that we can understand that if you want to go to Lakshmi, you can connect to that energy. If you want to connect with Ganesh,